In this video we take a look at Sister Friede, or I guess the Friede sisters, and her two nun outfits. This is probably one of my most anticipated action figures. Unfortunately she was delayed over and over again, so the question is, how is she and was she worth the wait? This is Succubus Nun Friede, PA009 from Husky's 1/12 Pocket Art series. She comes in two versions, a regular and a special version. The regular box is all plastic and looks like all the other Husky boxes. Kind of. The special box looks a bit more fancy and premium and has a flap that opens at the front, revealing the figure. Maybe it's kind of like a book? Aside from the box, the only difference between the special and the regular version is an extra tray. With the special version, you get two whole polearm spear things. You can do a whole bunch with these, and we'll take a look at them later on. The bottom tray has the stand parts. Again, this is the extra special tray, the main accessory tray, and the figure tray. Here she is, looking nice and feels quite substantial in hand. She's got a monochromatic techwear-ish kind of design, my personal favorite aesthetic. Almost all her clothing is done with fabric or soft goods, which is pretty typical of Husky. Everything is well made and very nicely detailed. This time around they also put a plastic layer between her leg and sock to prevent paint transfer, and there is an extra sock if you want to use that too. There's a lot of straps and buckles everywhere, both on her jacket and her leotard and skirt underneath. There are also some bits helping to keep the soft goods in place, so that's cool. The jacket at first kind of looks like a shiny trash bag. However, it is actually pretty cool and does look good. It is a bit oversized, so will probably fit most of your 1/12 or 1/10-ish waifu figures. There's some white accents around it and a wire running all around the jacket, the front sides, the bottom, and the hood, so you can kind of move and bend it around. The hood is pretty large and will fit over her head whether you decide to remove her horns or not. So yes, her horns are removable, however they will leave unsightly holes. The jacket has pockets too. Just one thing I think would have made this cooler is if the inner lining had some stitching, kind of like the Romankey Gun Girls jacket. It probably would have looked better than just being printed on. However, it's not a big deal. She has a great head and face sculpt. Her hair is nicely detailed and there's a very slight sparkle and a darker gradient towards the tips. For body sculpt, she kind of has a standard old Husky body with single elbows and knees, and a generous chest size. I guess we'll have to wait for the FKey cat Maid, or Marianne, for the updated body with double elbows and knees. If you're wondering what's going on underneath, we'll take a look later of course. For accessories, she has a whole bunch of stuff. Here are the instructions. Pretty comprehensive, so worth a look. She has some stand stuff of course. She has a kind of Bible which looks pretty cool. It can be opened up and used to conceal her revolver. There are actual words in it, so I guess you can read it if you want. Her revolver is nicely done as well. Very small, very detailed. You can see the bullets, the chamber spins, and I did manage to break it. So do be careful when trying to get her to hold it. However, I guess not a big deal though, you can treat it as an extra special sawed-off revolver, or of course some glue would fix it right up. And if for some reason you have two copies, then you can get her to dual wield. And she will look cool with other weapons as well. She has two smoke grenades. Nothing fancy here, but they do look good. They do have a little hook and you can latch them onto her belty bits. She also has a flag piece. It has 02 written on it. And they just mirrored it at the back, so it says 05 or SO. Little bit strange, but oh well. There is a wire going along the edges of the flag, so you can bend that around as well. To display the flag, we'll need to use her polearm thing, or halberd if you want to use the proper term. So again, the regular version has one of these, and the special version has two. Each of these can be split into 8 parts. The top part comes out as a short sword. With everything joined up, we have a halberd. Removing the middle, we have a short halberd. Take the sword away, we have an axe. You can dual wield, I guess. Removing the axe bit, you can plug the flag in. If you have the special version, you can make a double halberd. If you replace the axe blade with the other small point, then you have a spear, I guess. Friede herself also has a bunch of stuff, of course. For faces, Friede has 4 total. She has a default masked face. It's kind of deadpan and emotionless. Unironically, probably my favorite. She also has a kind of normal emotionless face. Details here are nice as well. She has a heart-eyed face with her tongue sticking out. Very cheeky. All 3 of those of course have articulated eyes, which you can move using this stick. And her eyes kind of glow under black light. Finally, she has a closed-eyed, open-mouthed praying face. So a good variety of faces. You can kind of do face swaps with the other Hasuki girls. Fiona's faces do fit on Friede. They actually have very similar faces. Friede faces don't really fit on Fiona, probably due to the ears. Gloria faces don't fit on Friede, unfortunately, but you can kind of fake it. Here are some random head swaps. For hands, she has 5 pairs. I did get a duplicate with my regular version, but oh well. What the heck are these fiddly bits? She has default relaxed hands, peace sign hands, gun holding, or I guess you could use them as pointy hands. Again, be careful when putting her revolver into her hand. She's got regular holdy hands. Lastly, we got fisty hands. And lastly, we got praying hands which are joined together. Finally, and perhaps one of the most important accessories out there these days, we got bare feet. These are nice inclusions, but the sculpt is not as nice as Snail Shell's. Although I am no expert on this topic. You can actually borrow feet from Snail Shell girls as well. Might be a bit of a tight fit, however, nothing a little heat or modding can't fix. Alright, articulation, and then we take her clothes off. Articulation is pretty standard Husky stuff. Head turns are okay, just be careful of the side hair. She can tilt. You can kind of wobble it around a little bit. Looking up is a little bit limited by the back hair. Looking down is okay. Her arms move around well. The jacket is mostly thin enough and doesn't really get in the way. She reaches forwards like so. Reaches back. elbows bend like this. A little bit limited because they're not double jointed, but I guess it's okay. Her wrists move well. Her torso turns with the clothes like so. She can tilt. Bend up and down. Legs can raise to the sides a little bit. Not quite a full split, unfortunately. She can kick back and forth like so. A little bit limited. Her knees bend like this. It has a good bend even though it's not exactly a double joint. And her feet move like this. I guess there's no toe hinge due to the design of the boot. So if you're wondering what she looks like under the clothes, it's too hard to do. Just kidding, just take your time with it. Unfortunately and a little bit strangely, she doesn't really have any bits. I suppose it is a good base body if you want a decent chest size though. She also actually has a different body from Fiona and Gloria, in that she doesn't have any waist articulation. I suppose it's because of her leotard. The upside is that she does have a cleaner sculpt. Anyway, here are the two nun outfits. The headdress, 2 pairs of socks in different lengths, and her cross are the same. This is CS017, or the Type A sister clothes outfit. It can be a little bit hard to put on. The main tricky bit is that the undergarment and her lower torso should be shoved up in the dress without her chest first. I'll do a full dress and undress process in a separate video. Once you get it on though, it does look quite nice. The color doesn't seem to transfer, however I would avoid moving her too much like this. Here is CS018, or the Type B sister clothes outfit. This one, a little bit more straightforward, still looks pretty good though. The hardest part to get on was the belt, so if you have tweezers that might help. For height, Friede is about 6 1/4 inch or 16 centimeters. She is quite similar height to the other Husky girls. And of course, she'll pretty much fit in with everyone else. So I gotta say, Husky's PA009 Friede is a fantastic figure. She's got a bunch of stuff going on, and so if you like how she looks, she's definitely worth getting. The special version honestly isn't a must-have, I would say, but the combos are cool. Please do let me know your thoughts on her. Hopefully the other Husky girls don't take too long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.